Bullying may soon have a broader definition for one local school district. More from last night's Southwest DuBois School Board meeting, plus another new event for the city of Huntingburg, more on Community Connect and how it got started, and Kurt Guxell previews high school football tonight in sports. All of that and much more is up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. We begin this evening with change in the works for one local school district as far as what is and isn't considered bullying. Bullying could soon have a broader definition for the Southwest DuBois School District. Last night, the Southwest DuBois School Board had its first reading of a new bullying policy that the district is considering. The new policy is being considered in light of more stringent regulations on what is considered bullying that came out of this past year's state legislative session. Board Attorney Phil Schneider said that the new policy will get the Southwest District more in line with the state's new policy. Under the new policy, bullying would be expanded to include activity on computers and electronic data. In addition, bullying off of school property will also be considered under the new bullying policy. School employees with direct supervision over students, such as teachers, administrators, or their designees, would be required to report any bullying or perceived bullying going forward. Southwest DuBois Superintendent Mike Eineman says the new policy creates more responsibility for bullying to be reported. He also says it should be a positive for students in the corporation.
It's a fine line because, what might be bullying to one person may not seem that way, but now you just don't think about it. You go ahead and report it and let the administrators make that decision. And, the administrator has more things that they have to follow up on. They do have to talk to the students and they have to let the parents know, which, is a good thing. So it's not completely out of focus for us to do these things. It's a good thing as protecting kids.
There will be a second reading of the new policy at a future meeting before the measure is implemented. In other news from last night's meeting, the board approved a $100,000 appropriation from the district's referendum fund. The money will be used to pay off school reconstruction bonds that will no longer be covered by government subsidy. There was a public hearing for the appropriation at last night's meeting, but no one from the public spoke. The board also welcomed incoming treasurer Allison Pund. Pund, a native of DuBois, will be transitioning into the position to replace outgoing treasurer Pam Fritz. Pund says she hopes to keep things running smoothly for the corporation.
My main goal is to take over the position successfully and learn from Pam as much as I can before she leaves.
Pund is a Northeast DuBois High School graduate, and she earned her degree in accounting and finance from Bellarmine University and currently resides in Huntingburg. Finally, last night, the board recognized their Students of the Month for October. These were Holland Elementary 4th grader Alexis Smith, Huntingburg Elementary 5th grader Briley King, Southridge Middle School 6th grader Audra Hoaksong, last month's Student of the Month receiving her formal recognition, and Southridge High School senior Sydney Barrett. October's Student of the Month for Southridge Middle School 8th grader Caitlin Brewer was unable to attend last night's meeting, so she will be recognized at the November school board meeting. Yesterday marked another new event for the city of Huntingburg. The first ever Community Connect event was held at the Teen Outback yesterday afternoon and evening. The event featured organizations such as A Kids Place, Purdue Extension, and Memorial Hospital. Huntingburg Mayor Denny Spenner says the goal of the event is to help to link resources with people.
We're trying to provide some resources to the folks in our community on what's available to them in a variety of different ways. We're planning to make this a quarterly event where different resources will be available, and we just really want to thank the Southwest DuBois County Schools for kind of starting this idea. Cheryl Stanton came to us with this, and it ties together with a lot of the efforts that we're trying to bring so that everyone knows what's available to them. Tonight it tied together with the after school program, and you see a lot of kids here today, but their parents are coming here, and we want to see show them what is available in the way from our city standpoint. We're talking about our transit system, our housing authority, but others are here with TRICAMP and flu shots and different resources that people can have to just connect with.
The original idea for the event was headed up by the Southwest DuBois School District. Cheryl Stanton, the director for the 21st Century Community Learning Centers of Southwest DuBois County, says family was one of the central ideas for starting this this event.
We are very keyed in on our families, communicating with our families and targeting our families to become a team with them. But in order to become a team with them, we have to ensure that they have to understand how important education is, and for their children to stay in school and have all the benefits that they need to go on to a post-secondary education.
The event began at 4:30 yesterday afternoon and ran until 7 p.m. last night. Aside from various local organizations, utilities assistance, foreclosure prevention, and Head Start information was available courtesy of TriCap. The event was in conjunction with the nationwide Lights On After School program. Coming up after the break, your local forecast, sports with Kurt Guxell, and Inform featuring Jasper Mayor Terry Seitz and Utilities General Manager Bud Hauersperger. That's all up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.